Good morning. In the last class we have learned rainfalls, the waterfalls on the earth, not only in the form of rain but in other forms also we have studied. But today we will study about how our seasons caused, how day and night are caused. Let us learn about that. You might have played the top, taking a top with the thread and all. You will make them to move, and the top moves around itself, isn't it? So like that only, in the same way, the earth also spins. So this is the one imaginary line. When the top is spinning, this is the imaginary line passes through the top. On the certain thing only it rotates. It will not move any other. Slightly it will be moving. But it moves around. It spins around itself. So this is the line. In the same way, how the top is moving, on the same way, the earth is also spinning. How the top is spinning, in the one imaginary line passes through it, and on that only this top moves. In the same way, earth also moves on the imaginary line, passes through the north pole and the south pole in the center of the earth. So this is the north pole and this is the south pole. So this imaginary line is called axis of rotation. This imaginary line is called axis of rotation. The spinning movement of the earth around itself is called the earth's rotation. In the same way, the earth is spinning around itself, and also it goes around the sun. Here, the spinning movement of the earth around itself means it's rotating around itself. You can see this is the earth and it's rotating like this. So whichever part comes in front of the sun and the sun rays are falling on this part is called daytime, and whichever part is away from the sun, this is the back side and this is the front side. The sun rays are falling directly on this part. So this part is day and this dark part is called night. This dark part is night. So whichever place comes in front of the sun, that part is day, and whichever part away from the sun, means back of the earth, is called the night time. So how the day and night are called? The spinning movement of the earth around itself is called rotation of the earth, and it causes day and night. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. To complete one rotation, it takes 24 hours. How much? 24 hours to complete one rotation. That is 24 hours it takes one day to complete one rotation around itself. So how the day and night are caused? The day and night are caused because of the earth, spinning movement of the earth around itself. This is the spinning movement, means it's rotating around itself only, and it takes 24 hours. This is what, whichever part coming in front of the sun and the sun rays are falling on this part, this is the daytime, and whichever part is away from the sun, and this part is called the darker part. This darker part is called night. The spinning movement of the earth around itself is called rotation of the earth. Rotation of the earth. Rotation of the earth. Then this causes the day and night. What is the center part? Once again, I'll tell you. The center part, imaginary line which passes through the North Pole and South Pole, center of the line. This particular movement, the earth is spinning on its imaginary line. This imaginary line is called the axis of rotation, and the earth is rotating around itself, and it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So the whichever part comes in front of the sun, faces toward the sun, this is called the daytime, and which is away from the sun is called the darker part. This is called the night time. So the spinning movement of the earth around itself is called the rotation of the earth. Rotation. Now how seasons are caused? Let us see. You can see how seasons are. See, this is the sun, and these are the movements of the earth. Earth is rotating around itself, and also it moves around the sun on a fixed path. So this fixed path is called orbit. O-R-B-I-T. This is called orbit. This is the fixed path where the earth is moving around the sun. This fixed path is called orbit. And when this earth is revolving around the sun, is called the revolution of the earth. So whichever part comes in front of so this is the North Pole and this is the South Pole, and earth is revolving in a slightly tilted. Earth is slightly tilted, and in that way it is moving. So whichever part comes in front, faces towards the sun, so that part is summer season, and whichever part is away from the sun, so that part is winter season. That those countries are, means all the countries are not having the same season. So India is in the northern hemisphere and Australia is in the southern hemisphere. So northern hemisphere means two halves are there. The upper part is northern hemisphere. This is the north, and this is the southern hemisphere. So whichever part is away from the sun, that part is winter season, and whichever part is facing toward the sun is called summer season. So how this is how takes place, and this to complete one circle around the sun, it takes 365 days. 365 days. The spinning movement of the earth around the sun is called the revolution of the earth. Revolution of the earth. And how many days it takes? It takes 365 days to complete one revolution. This to complete one around the sun. The spinning movement of the earth around itself is called the rotation of the earth, and the movement of the earth around the sun is called the revolution of the earth. Here you will find the different seasons also. Here the seasons takes place. Changes in the seasons takes place. Summer, then comes to rainy season, autumn, then slightly you can see the spring season also, winter season, then spring season, then again summer season. So what causes changes in the season and the weather? So sun, it is the heat of the sun that causes changes in the season. The spinning movement of the earth around itself is called rotation of the earth, that is on the imaginary line. That imaginary line is the axis of rotation, and it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. And the revolution is what? The earth moves around the sun on a fixed path is called the orbit. And when the earth moves around the sun, it takes 365. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution of the earth. It causes change in the seasons. We have seen the 4 seasons, the 3 seasons: summer season, rainy season, winter season, in that autumn and spring season also we have seen. So this causes, with this we have completed. You can see at the end of the TV show news, in the TV news show, everybody all will tell the weather forecast. Weather stations are there in different parts of the world, in the different countries, cities and all. So they will be keep on observing the movement of the wind and the heat, temperature of the sun, heat. They will be keep on observing, and they'll tell in which part, in which place has the cloudy weather and where it is going to rain heavily or slightly showered. That and all they will be keep on measuring and letting to all the people. This is the good knowledge. If not, you can observe after the news. Definitely they will tell the weather forecast. So here you can see, this is the, you can see, revolution of the earth. The movement of the earth moves around the sun is called the revolution, and this is the, they are moving, the earth is moving on a fixed path. This path is called orbit. The weather changes. Weather is stable during the season, often during the season. Okay, have you understood? With this, we have completed this lesson. Once again, what is rotation of the earth? The spinning movement of the earth around itself on an imaginary line is called rotation of the earth. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, and also it causes the day and night. And here the changes in the season also. The earth moves around the sun on a fixed path is called orbit. It takes 365 days to complete one movement, and it is called the revolution of the earth. To complete one movement around the sun is called revolution of the earth. Understood? And this takes 365 days to complete one round, one circle. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution of the earth. It takes 365 days, and we can see the changes in the weather. We can see the changes in the season also. Summer season. So whichever part, all over the world there is no same season. So that's fine. Whichever part it faces toward the sun has the summer season, and whichever part is away from the season, that part faces the winter season. You can open your textbook page number 200 and see, read this. You know that the earth moves around the sun. This is called revolution. The side of the earth faces the sun has summer, and the part is away from the sun has winter. So we have different seasons in different parts of the world. The weather is often stable during a season. As the earth revolves around the sun, it is also moves on its axis. This is called rotation. During rotation, the side of the earth that faces the sun has day, and the part that is away from the sun has night. So days are warm and nights are cool. So the days in the summer season, you can observe that the days are longer. The days are longer and the nights are short. And quite opposite that, in the winter, you can observe that the days are short and the nights are longer. Read this lesson, and next class we will be writing the new words. Thank you.